Hey y'all, hey, it's everybody's favorite everything, SJ Stevens. We are back for another day of 31 Days of SJ. Y'all, thank y'all so much for all of the feedback. I'm listening, even though I still ain't figured out why I can get hundreds of people on these pages, but you're not commenting, you're not subscribing. Instead of leaving a comment, you will send me an inbox or a text message. I ain't figured it out yet, but I'm also not worried about it. God gonna do what it's supposed to do, so all is well. But I hear y'all. I'm working on it. If you've watched 31 Days of SJ for the last 2 years, y'all know this is the most consistent, non-ghetto thing I've done. Like, normally I'm in a car, I'm at the gym, I'm walking the dog, I'm in my pajamas, like I'm all over the place. So I'm trying to get a little bit better because I really feel like, y'all, God really gave me a gift. Like, I'm really good at what I'm really good at. And so I'm just trying to be a better steward of my things. But again, I'm listening, y'all. You know, I love constructive criticism. Tell me what you need me to know. And if it makes sense, I promise I'm going to implement the change. So with all that being said, we're going to do something different today because it came up. So the scenario, I dated, or maybe I'm dating, I'm not going to say y'all which, this guy. And quality time is not his love language. He is a gentleman that works 2 jobs. And when he get home, he be tired. Now, he does or did plan dates. Date night is going to be date night. But for the most part, there's not really a lot of interaction like outside of that. You know, the good mornings, the conversations, but like actual quality time, no, because like, I'm going to work. And so I was looking through 31 Days of SJ and I came across this clip that I'm getting ready to show you about this very same topic, right? And these clips are roughly a year apart. By the time you see this versus the time when I posted this last year, or that last year, it's about the same time. So it's a year's difference between me then and me now. So I want y'all to watch this clip. And then I'm going to come right back and I am going to tell you how I feel about this conversation in just a minute. Watch this, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's SJ Stevens, a.k.a. Big Jizz, a.k.a. everybody's favorite everything. So, yeah, we're on day 2 of 31 Days of SJ. I'm trying to talk fast so that I can get this over with because this video is hella long. Like, I've recorded this at least 4 or 5 times because I can't get it under 5 minutes. But I'm going to try it this time. So what we're talking about today is the difference between men and how they are respected for their work ethic and women, how they are shunned for theirs. So be clear. When I was younger, like, I used to get so upset at my ex-husband because all he did was work. And I was like, why are you working like that? Like, come sit and hold my hand and let's go to the movies. And he was like, bruh, I'm finna go to work. Used to bother my soul. Be clear, I was 30. I didn't know no better. At 43, I need you to get up and go to work. Like, I need you to really be working and focused. Like, you will see the memes that says, unless you want to deal with a broke man, be prepared to deal with a busy man. I stand it. Like, I love it. I agree with it wholeheartedly. Life is high. Like, life is real high. We do not have time to just be sitting around leisurely doing a bunch of nothing. We're in a relationship, so all we want to do is be in each other's face. All we want to do is cuddle as these bills is steady piling up, as we steady having to say no to different things that we want to do because we don't have the money to do it. Like, go to hell. Like, I'm not even that kind of in love. Like, no, it logically does not make sense to me. And what made me bring this up is because since I started my business a few years ago, I have had this conversation with men so many times. And the number of men that find my work ethic problemsome is so disturbing to me, particularly because they do not have the money to support my lifestyle. It's an odd thing. It's nasty work, as y'all would say. Like, I don't have a full-time job at this moment. It's coming. But for the last 6 years, I've had a 6-figure job. And I've also had a part-time job because I just feel like I'm a single mother. I don't know what's going to happen. So I've always had a part-time job. And I started my business 4 years ago. In my first year of business, I made 6 figures. So I say that to say, I have kind of like established a life for myself, and be clear, it's not perfect. I want so much more for myself. You know, I tell anybody the story. I done been broke before. I done filed bankruptcy multiple times. I done slept on air mattresses in basements. I have moved into apartments where the only thing I could afford to buy was a bed for my kid. Like, been there, done that. But here's the thing, at 43, I ain't going back. I'm not going back. Like, I have no desire in this world to live a life any less than the one that I already live. Why? Because I fucking deserve it, for one. For two, it's money out here to be made, so why not go get it? And for three, I was not able to do certain things or put my own kid in certain positions. But the promise that I made to myself is whenever I have grandchildren, they coming into wealth. Like, they're coming into trust. They're coming into bonds. They're coming into grandma left us the business. They're coming into grandma left us the house. That is what I'm working on. Like, that is my big picture, right? So I meet these men, and of course they think I'm gorgeous, because I am. Personality, everything is amazing, but then they see how I work. And they're like, it's too much. Like, do you gotta go to work today? Do you gotta make a post today? You always on Facebook. You always on Instagram. You always doing classes and webinars and sus. That's what I be wanting to snatch them up and say. Sus, knock it the fuck off. Because the alternative to me working the way that I work is for me to find a wealthy nigga and I not work at all. And seeing as how the majority of the men that I know aren't wealthy, like, I don't know what my alternative is. So my question of the day is, would you rather have or be a broke woman, but they can give you all the time, all the attention, they're going to rub your feet, they're going to cheer you on while you play the game and bring you snacks while you sit and play Madden or whatever the new football game is all day? Or do you want a woman that can actually have your back when life happens? Somebody that if you lose your job, they can say, I got you. Or when you want to take that trip, they can say, oh, I got you. We can do this. The kids need something. I got it. Which do you prefer? A broke, attentive, very attentive woman, or a woman who loves you the same? She just may not have the time to do certain things. Which one do y'all choose? Because as for me, I'm going to go with, when it comes to men, yes, I want to be loved, and I love all things girly and mushy, don't get me wrong, but I also believe that men are meant to be providers. So if you got to choose between providing and sitting and rubbing my feet, baby, go on about your business and provide. My feet will be here when you get back. But the fact that men do not have this same mentality, nasty work. Nasty, nasty, nasty work. But they say a man who does not have anything will make sure to put you in a space where you don't have anything either. And that's what goes wrong with a lot of these women. You meet a guy, you fall in love, you get to doing what they doing, you get off track. Now y'all just broken in love together. I don't want no parts. So, you saw my position last year. This is just last year. I'm like, no, I'm not sitting up with you cuddling, go to work. Go get this money, because life is high and I do not want to miss out on life's experiences because we rather be cuddled up than at work getting this money. That is 100% how I felt. That is, I mean, you could not have told me anything different, because again, who laying up broke? Who laying up and you can't travel and you can't do nothing because you ain't got no money because you rather lay up? Not me. That was last year. And then God said, watch this. So y'all are going to get a lot of these God said, watch this moments from me. Because again, this is not a Christian podcast. I am not representing anything but Shamara, S.J. Stevens. But God just really plays a big part in a lot of what I do. And again, He knows my heart. So what y'all are seeing is heathen becoming holy. So do not try to like take me to the cross because I cursed or said whatever. I'm just being honest. So last year, I had made consistently anywhere between, or bought home anywhere between $6,000 and $10,000, $6,000 and $9,000 a month consistently, right? January the 4th of last year, I lost my job. Devastated, but I hated the job. And I, in fact, hated that supervisor. If he happens to see this, I, in fact, still hate you. Let's be clear. Story time coming soon. Never had a worse boss than a black man. But I'm not going to get into that rant. But lost my job. And it was really devastating because even though I did not like the job, I did not like the man, I do not like the company, I like the income. I had just cashed out a 401k, bought my son a car, and I mean, literally the day that I was at the dealership is the day that I got the call. So, thank God, for excellent credit. And Navy Federal, baby, because I had $20,000, $30,000 credit card limits. Like, I had credit. And because of the way that I pay my bills, I'm paying bills 2 and 3 times a month. So everybody got a full limit. I'm going crazy. So I got credit cards to fall back on. I got savings, and then I have people. If you know, you know. Like, one thing God has blessed me with is amazing men in my life. I will never be homeless. I will never be without shelter. I will never be without a vehicle. I will never be without food. As long as certain people are alive and living, I will always be okay. And I am blessed to say that. That's not a flex. That's not a brag. That is nothing but God. So I was okay when I lost the job at first. And then, y'all, it kept going and kept going. Like, if you know me, I got several degrees. I got certifications. I've done some of the most amazing things. Like, I'm looking at a plaque of me from me being on the front of a magazine, like, right now. Yeah, I could not find a job. I applied to easily 200 jobs, y'all, before I found one. And it took me 10 months. And the first job that I got after those 10 months, and nobody knows this, nobody, I've never said this out loud. The first job that I got in 10 months made $15 an hour. Y'all do know I've not made $15 an hour since I was 20, 21, 22. And it literally broke my heart to take a job making $15 an hour. However, I got bills. You know what I'm saying? I've got to sustain this. At this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm wearing these credit cards down to the ground. I don't want to keep calling on people, even though I had, people that were paying certain things for me consistently. I didn't want to call and ask for anything else because life is expensive for everybody. So it was like, humble yourself and take it. Y'all know I got a bachelor's degree. I got a master's degree. I got 3 certifications. I'm a certified grant writer. I am been a domestic violence advocate and ally for over 13 years. Yeah, my experience and education and resume is so impressive. And I took a job making $15 an hour at 43 years old. Here's the thing about God. Even with losing more than half of my income, do y'all know I was never late on anything? I never missed a beat. Nothing was turned off. My refrigerator stayed full. My gas tank stayed full. I traveled. Me and my son go out to eat every single week wherever we so desire and spend whatever amount of money that I want. I volunteered still. I was able to buy random children bikes for Christmas. If your kid had a fundraiser, I bought popcorn. Like, the quality of life that I lived did not change. Despite me going from up to $9,000 a month as a single person to less than half of that, God didn't take anything from me. So what I learned is that it's not the amount of money that you have, it's what you do with it. God took that job from me because I was not a good steward of what he gave me. Like, God literally multiplied anything I had ever had from COVID forward. God was really doing his big one. I got arrogant. As unhumble as a person can be, it was me. I was getting, I would get paid on a Friday. I would be broke by Tuesday because I'm just spending. I'm just buying. I'm going to $200 dinners every other day. Like, I was really out of control. So God said, watch this. But what that showed me, and again, I'm never going to quote the Bible because I ain't there yet, but somewhere in the Bible, it talks about
if you are not a good steward of the little, he's not going to even give you more because you're not a good steward of it. So like, why would I give you more things to not be a good steward of? That's what last year taught me. So all of that to say, this year in a relationship, I need quality time. I absolutely call in sick and come lay down with me. Yeah, that's what I want. If you having a bad day and I'm having a bad day and I got PTO and you got PTO, let's lay down. Like, let's watch TV. Let's just have a nap date. Like, I get it. Life is high. I mean, again, I live in Ballantyne. It's one of the more expensive areas in Charlotte. So I know how high life is. But I realize that you cannot take the money with you. That's the first thing. And if you do right with the money that you have, then the 6 figures don't really matter. Because again, in 2025, 6 figures is not a whole lot of money no more. So just steward what you got better and make time for the things that do matter, y'all. People are dying every single day. It seems like every time I get on social media, somebody done had a heart attack. Somebody done got killed in a car accident. Somebody done got killed in life is lifing. And so for me, and it's so funny because again, I've been the total opposite for so long, y'all. But for me now, it's quality time. I do. I want you to spend time with me. I want you to lay up with me. I want you to call in sick for me, with me. Not for me, but with me. Like, so last year my position was, no, we're going to get this money. We're going to run this relationship like a business. Now it's no, I'm not interested no more. Like, don't come over here without no money because I'm never going to be that girl. I'm never going to encourage other girls to be that girl. I'm never going to settle for a man that does not have money, but money does not govern my decisions when it comes to a relationship like they once did. I had niggas with money who wasn't shit. I've in fact never, well, there one time, oh boy, it was broke as a joke. But in general, I've never not dated a man that did not have money. But what I am looking for now is just so much more substantial. Like, the money is cool. The money is cool, but like, if you don't have it right now, let me show you how to get it. Like, what's your talent? What you good at? What God give you that we can flip into something else? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to come with it, but you got to come prepared to get it. That was cute. You ain't got to come with it, but you got to be. All right, bars. But I say all of that to say, y'all, I have changed since last year. And if you know me, then you know that that is a stretch because, again, baby, do not talk to me if you're not making 6 figures. But the reality is most black men don't make 6 figures. They don't. So was I so invested, or am I still invested in this dream of 6 figures to the point that I would rather be by myself? Nah, I'm not. I want me a husband, y'all. Now, if you make 6 figures and you're looking for a wife, come here. But like, I'm no longer using that as a disqualifier. I want the love. I want the cuddles. I've done the relationships that were really businesses before. My marriage was a relationship that was really a business. And it was a profitable business that is still, you know, the dividends are still flowing. But I mean, we're not together. We had the money, but we didn't have the love. So that's my conclusion. I'm changing, y'all. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will pick back up on the story that I was gonna tell y'all about old boy with all that doggone random ass lying. Y'all still not gonna believe what that man lied to me about. It still blows my mind to this day, and it's been a couple months. But I wanted to share the update. I wanted to share the growth because, again, this process for me, y'all, has really been about the growth. It's been about how can I be better today than I was last year? And to be able to have done 31 days of SJ last year and to look back on it and see how far I've come, like, it blows my mind. So I just thought I would share. So you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you back here tomorrow, 12 p.m. noon. Same time, same place, all the things.